history of membership in the ALCM? Well, so no. So did you register as? Did you do the registration or the church do the registration for you?
I did it and they paid me back.
Okay. Did you do the?
I signed up for a membership and then applied for it.
When did you do that?
Last summer. Conference came later because I think I.
No. So when
they sent me an email. I just have to read it.
Okay. So when you signed up for this conference, did you sign up as I have a membership or did not have? Okay. Then yeah, you'll have to renew because there is the option of because a lot of like my membership expires in August. So if I signed up with having a membership, then I come while the membership's still active, and I have a whole year. So it would be easier to just say sign me up with the membership.
Church is paying. I want to do it.
Well, the church will hopefully also pay for your membership.
Right. That's what they did.
I
signed up for that.
For this annual membership?
Yes. Separately, yes.
Okay.
Including people I know.
O'clock. All right, here we go. This is the session on composing, composing a short kind of refrain to be sung by a congregation. So if that's not where you think you want to be right now, you are welcome to exit. The plan for this session is that we're going to sing a couple of what I think are good examples of sung refrains for a congregation. Then we're going to sing a couple of really bad examples, which I wrote, so it's okay. You can tell me all the terrible things about them. Then we'll just kind of coalesce that information and think about what does make for a good sung refrain. And then I have some text prompts and some manuscript paper, and I will send you out for like 20 minutes or so and see what you come up with. See what you write. And then you'll bring it back, and we have the technology that I can just take a picture of your scratches and put it up on the screen, and we'll sing through these fledglingly new compositions. How does that sound? Scary? Yeah. Understood. I totally get that. I mean, it's a very vulnerable thing to create something in 20 minutes, nonetheless, and then put it out there for other people to see and share. But we're all in the same boat. You know, none of you knew about this ahead of time. None of you has everybody's starting from scratch. And if you really don't want to do it, you absolutely don't have to do it. But the ground rules will be that this is a kind and supportive group. And it's more of a thing of what did you notice rather than what is terrible, right? So it's meant to be just a chance for you to kind of try something out and actually have it be sung, because you might be able to sing whatever you write great, but that doesn't mean it translates to what a group can do. Yeah? Okay, so the other kind of ground rule for this class is, oh, here's the microphone. Since this is being live streamed, there may be people trying to participate in this class. Hello, if you are. Everybody wave. And then if you're going to say something during the class, we just need to make sure that it goes on the mic so that they can participate. So it's good that you're all kind of sitting close and we can pass this around.
Was there an opportunity also to write a canon? Were you talking about that in this class or no?
An opportunity to write a canon? Well, that wasn't specifically part of this, but if what you come up with, I don't need this, I have this. If you would like to write a canon, you're more than welcome to do so. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so let's start by, here is an example of a short song refrain that I think works really well. Do some of you know this from Tizé? Let's just sing through it. Let's do it again. Okay, now, what are some things you notice about this song that make it a good melody or a good congregational song?
The rhythm in the two lines is the same.
Excellent, yep. So the first, wait for the Lord, same on the second line, wait for the Lord.
The range in all the parts is pretty contained.
Yep, it doesn't jump around all over the place. Did I see somebody else?
Repeated notes.
Repeated notes. Da, 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 whose day is near. Yeah, the interest there is more in the harmony than in the melody. And on the second, wait for the Lord, so it's exactly the same rhythm, wait for the Lord, but it does do something different melodically than the first line. Where's the biggest interval jump in the melody? Be strong, take heart. So it's very clear. We are done now.
Just word stress.
Word stress. Word stress is so important when we're writing for congregation. So we've got wait for the Lord. Lord is the strong downbeat. Whose day is near. Then the same thing, wait for the Lord, which grows on that long dotted half note. Be strong, and also strong is the highest note. Did you notice that? Be strong, take heart. I think this is pretty brilliant from a song standpoint. Okay, let's do the next example. This is a Kyrie from Ghana. Do some of you know this one? Let's sing through this as well. Do the Christe. Okay, well, what are some things you noticed about this that make it a good example of something sung?
It has a arpeggiated movement that keeps kind of going back and forth on the same notes. That C, E flat, G is very
Yes.
prominent.
Yeah. So it establishes right away we are in a minor key here. Da, 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 da. It just outlines your harmony. And that same Kyrie rhythm happens 3 times, right? The da-dum, ba-da, Kyrie. And then on the second line, it's the same rhythm, Kyrie. But oh my, now we have a little more interest. Something has changed. And then what happens on the 4th Kyrie? Same or different? Cool finish. Cool finish. So the rhythm changes. Instead of the Kyrie, we're at a long note. Kyrie. Although I suppose it is kind of this, yeah. And then that bluesy flat 5 is just thrown in there, which just is magical, isn't it? You just do not expect that. But it really, and that triplet also on the last. I think that's pretty brilliant. I do think this works better if you sing it in Greek than English, because otherwise you're on the R of Lord for so long. Let's just sing the Lord have mercy. 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 Actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But you're all musicians.
Yeah.
Lord.
Midwestern.
Yeah. So, these are 2 of what I think are pretty good examples of congregational music. I think the congregation is able to pick this up easily enough, but it's not so easy that it's boring. I think it will stand the test of repetition. Now I have for you that example number 1. So, this is the refrain, the psalm refrain for the day of Pentecost from Psalm 104. Send forth your spirit and renew the face of the earth. I will just play it through once for you, and then we will sing it. So. Let's sing it. Here we go. Let's do it one more time because it's so magnificent. Here we go. All right, let's just have a go at this. Who wants to start with something that you noticed about it?
The strong syllables around the weak beats and vice versa.
Yes.
All the way through.
Send forth your spirit and renew the... Yeah, okay, so bad syllabification. What else?
I think that jump from the earth due to the A is pretty awkward.
Face of
I wanted to sing the E both times again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not an intuitive, stepwise kind of a melody. There are some intervals that are not helpful.
I was going to say something along those lines. It's the change of register in the voice that I sing well, and I don't even like how that feels of having to navigate. Now I'm down here, and now I'm up here. So
Yeah. It's very jumpy aroundish. Mm-hmm.
Jumpy around.
I like that.
Unlike the other two, there's no rhythmic repetition or melodic repetition at all.
Nothing to hang your hat on. Exactly. Yeah.
The renew jumps in there with a different rhythm altogether. The renew part, when you get to that, you're like,
Oh.
what? Oh.
Uh-huh. The renew jumps in with all of a sudden it's eighth quarter. A little surprising.
It has possibilities. That renew has possibilities, but it didn't go anywhere. It was like,
Yes.
fell flat.
It is a sad example. Okay, I do have one more bad example. Yeah, that's this by, yeah. Okay, so this is the psalm refrain from Psalm 24, verse 5. It's for All Saints Sunday. They shall receive blessing from the God of their salvation. Really nice text, which is kind of ruined in this setting, but let's, I will play it for you and then we'll sing it. 3, 4. Let's sing it. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Can you imagine your congregation's trying to do this? Let's do it again one more time. 2, 3, and. They shall receive blessing from the God of salvation. I think this is even worse than the first one. Who's got something to say about this?
This could be one of those college-level ear training, like sight singing assignments. The congregation will just stare at it and not sing at all.
Yeah. Let's be specific. What else is terrible about it? Yeah, you want to?
There's not a melody that you can follow.
Not a melody. True.
That tritone, I don't think is ever a good idea to do
Yes.
with the congregation.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Tritone on God
to A
of,
natural.
right? E flat to A natural. Yeah. What else? I heard a lot of can you imagine a congregation trying to do they shall it would be so all of this sibilance that is going to come in not together. They shall receive blessing. And how about from the God of their salvation? Yeah, it's just awkward. It's awkward and it's not tuneful.
Maybe there's something to be said for giving them something to actually complain about.
Yeah. Okay, so those were some terrible examples. So let's kind of do a recap on what does make for a good thing. So when you are sent out shortly with your own project to do, what are some things you want to keep in mind for making something better than this? The bar is low. Something better than this. Think about text stress. So you want to have the most important words be on the strong syllables or maybe the high note of your phrase. And these are, there are always exceptions to the rule, right? So, yeah, I will just say that. There are always exceptions to the rule. But in general, think about text stress. What else do you want to be thinking about?
repetition and rhythm somewhere.
Something repetitive,
Right.
rhythmically, and perhaps melodically as well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, intervals that are comfortable for people to sing. So probably not a real something that's jumping around too much. You know, although I say that, and you know what pops into my head immediately? For all the saints who from their labors rest. I mean, that's gorgeous, right? That jumps around a lot. Okay, there's an exception to the rule right there. But there's not a tritone. That's right. Yeah. Oh, also, when are you expecting the people to breathe? Is there a natural phrase ending that a group would know to breathe or not? So maybe you want something carried across, and how would you indicate that musically? Yeah. So, these are your text prompts. And I have paper copies I'll give you to send out with you. So you can choose any of these, or if you don't like any of them, you are welcome to make up your own thing. Just knowing that we're coming up to this long series of bread Sundays, if you follow the 3-year lectionary, we've got 5 Sundays in a row that are about the bread of life. So, taste and see that the Lord is good is the psalm refrain coming up on August 11th. Wouldn't it be cool if you wrote something here and brought it back to your congregation and said, look what I did. Let's do this. Or this gospel acclamation on number 2. I just made this up. It's not from anything, but I just thought, well, Jesus Christ, living bread, feed us with your word. That could go for all 5 Sundays if you wanted to do something kind of ground yourself. Or if you don't want to do anything bread-wise, you could pick a prayer response. And number 4 is a scripture text that could be done during a healing rite. So 2 are from scripture, 2 are not. Yeah. I have staff paper. I have these little sheets for you. And you are welcome to stay in here if you wish, or go out in the lobby, or just go find somewhere to sit and think. And if you can write something down, then we'll all try and sing it. Are you feeling yay about this? Okay, you can leave your things in here. I'll stay in here. So I'll just put these sheets right here, and you can pick one up on your way out. There's plenty of staff paper, enough probably for 2 sheets for each of you. And if you would come, it's 2:20 right now. Let's say 2:45. Is that like 20-ish minutes, 25? Okay, come back at 2:45. I hope so. This goes till 3:30, so that's 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a long session. Okay, good luck. See you soon.
Well, it is stacked. That's what, pens? Pencils?
Yes, I think I want a pencil rather than a pen, at least to start.
Good idea.
That is a good idea. I only got an ink pen on me.
Pencils and erasers are your friends.
What? No, I'm gonna come out. I came to this session 2 years ago when you were in the other building, but didn't come up with anything then. At least all the problems are mostly the same.
saints, saints of the church, and the saints of the community that are always, those, and then we have those hanging.
We all went to Sunday school at from 9:45 to 10:45. We had worship at 11. We all worshiped together, and then we had a lunch served every week. So after lunch, we would have tables for people to fold these. So one of our
very interesting experience incorporating that.
Wow.
I worked there, so they spent all day Saturday doing this. The kids came in and like it was beautiful and everything. And we had the celebration on Sunday, and then I
Ellen's paper lace at my current church, and the top and the bottom of the
Yes, yes. And I got yours and yours. Is there, may I take a photo of yours? Okay, you can keep working if you want. All right. May I take a photo of your?
Have two versions.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what.
That's all
I
right.
don't know what I'm doing.
Good. Yeah, you got to start somewhere. I hope we're going to be able to see these up there. May I take a photo of your? Okay. Great. Did I get? Yeah. All right. Okay, welcome back. Was it so much fun? Okay, so these are just going to pop up on the screen in order of when I took your picture. So first of all, thank you for your willingness to be vulnerable and put this out there. It's a thing, we all know that. So Debbie, let's start with yours. Would you like to say anything about this before we go, or should we just sing it?
Just want to say I'm not a professional musician in any way. This is simple, but it was fun to do. So I'll be interested in hearing it.
Okay, awesome. Can you all see it? Do you want to just hold on to that, and then the next person to talk, you can get it from them? Okay, so. Is that what you meant? All right, here we go. God of mercy. God of mercy, hear our prayer. God of love, we trust in you. Again. God of mercy, hear our prayer. God of love, we trust in you. All right, lovely. Thank you, Debbie. Who has a noticing? Something that you noticed about it.
The word myrrh on mercy, maybe the myrrh on mercy, maybe flatten it.
That's what I meant to do.
I wondered about that when I saw that first, because as it is, it kind of sets up a tritone between the B natural and the F. Yeah, okay, well, let's sing it one more time with the B flat, and that makes more sense then, because you set up in the second line this lovely D minor kind of feel, and then if we do this, all right, again. God of mercy, God of love, we trust in you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, so you have the rhythm repeated in the second line, God of mercy, and then we have God of love, which sets up a nice repeat. Hear our prayer goes up and kind of leaves us open. Trust in you ends us back on the tonic. This is quite lovely. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go on because we do have many to do. All right.
That's hers. That's mine.
Oh, same one. Oh, you'll see all my pictures. Wait, why is this not loading? Okay, who has smarts in here to know if I took them on my phone, why are they not all also on my iPad? So I have to somehow,
You could airdrop them.
who can help me with this right now at this very moment?
On the same Wi-Fi.
So if we, okay, so it's currently syncing then. Okay, so we have to wait for that to finish uploading.
Oh, it's just taking some time. There we go.
And then that looks like someone else's. Yeah, now there's a bunch of them all.
Okay, fantastic. Whew, thank you. Great. So I think okay, tech support. Maybe I just need to do this, huh?
That won't change what's up there.
Oh.
But if you want to edit it, you can just go into the editing click.
Yeah.
And then, where is it? If you go over to crop in that corner, and then there should be a button up there to rotate. There you go.
Fantastic. Thank you. Great. Okay, so Rob and Linda, this was a joint effort? Excellent. Okay, so this one is Heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved. Shall I play through it once and then we sing it? All right. 2, 3, and. Again, and. Very nice. Okay, who has comments?
I really like the syncopation, and the fact that it was repeated made it really easy for us to sing, even though it happens in a different place in each phrase.
Mm-hmm. Which also lends some interest to it. Yeah. I shall be is the same rhythm each time, and it's yeah. Good. What else? What about the range of? The range is very singable, and it sets up this nice D minor tonality. Right away we have that minor third. Heal me, oh Lord. Well, on the right note it would be. And then on that last, save me and I shall be saved. And then there you are back at the tonic. So it starts on the fifth and it takes you back down. I could hear this repeated multiple times during a healing rite, just a kind of like a mantra, like a taze sort of a thing. Yeah, anything else? Nicely done, thank you. All right, let's see if I need tech support again. I will do this, and there we are. Perfect. Andrea. Okay. Anything you would like to say about this before we sing it?
I don't think so.
Okay. So this one is the prayer response. God of mercy, hear our prayer. God of love, we trust in you. I'll play it. So, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, and 1. 2, 3. Again, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3. 2, Yay, okay, nicely done. Who wants to say something about this?
I like the rhythmically it was. The
Can you
back half-
hold this?
The back half of the song was more different than the front. That would made it more smoother to the message that was being said.
So the rhythm is different. In the first, we've got the 8 notes, God of mercy, hear our prayer. And then God of love, we trust in you. Kind of slows the thing down a bit.
Also, having a rest on that first beat at the beginning is hard for congregation sometimes. But I like the way it was done here.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes
Well,
people always jump in too early.
yeah, and then that also says, if it's going to be accompanied, like how would you start it? This brings me back to boom, for all my sakes, right? So there would need to be something clear on the downbeat so people would know.
We typically use a sung prayer response during our prayers of intercession, and so I kind of noodle around underneath, and so that I think I feel that as the like the springboard for the congregation to come in. But you're right. It is sometimes tricky to get in on beat 2.
And it can also, if you have a choir or somebody who knows this to lead it, if it's going to be a repeated thing, like for prayers, then people will hear it and get it the second time. So it doesn't have to be like perfect the very first time. Yeah. Did somebody here had a comment?
I think ending on the dominant works in this case. Sometimes I don't like that myself, ending on a dominant tone, but here I think it works, especially if it's repeated in between petitions.
And you could end it on Lord Justin, or
all of those
so
ways.
it could be harmonized lots of different ways.
And then the accompanist can do a tag and go out to the one if you wanted,
I was hearing in my head ending on the dominant throughout, and then coming back home on the last time through. So it kind of like is suspended.
Yeah. Did you have a comment?
Just nice. I agree.
Yeah. Also, what is the highest note of this song? Love. Yeah, so first we have God of mercy, up to an A, and then God of love, which is also the longest, well, other than prayer, love kind of lands there on the high one. I think we struggled a little bit coming down the first time. Love we trust in. I think we wanted to go, love we trust, or something. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect the first time, but yeah. Nicely done, thank you. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, next. Sorry, you're seeing all my mad technical skills here. Okay, so do you want to say anything about this? We don't have words.
I use the text, or taste and see the Lord is good. And if you permit me, I'll interpret my own
Yeah, great.
hieroglyphics. Excuse me.
Would you do it again for us, please?
I'm sorry?
Do it again so we can hear it a second time.
Taste and see,
So you are also ending on the dominant on yours. Okay.
just come to my mind. And I could easily go.
Uh-huh, yeah. All right, thank you.
The suspension in there was nice.
Okay, let's do the next one. Whoa, look at this key. 5, who would like to own this one?
I didn't put my name on it, but it's
Yeah.
my favorite key. We were talking about that earlier.
Uh-huh.
Aaron had written something, thine the almond, in
Yeah.
the key of this key.
Okay, so shall I play through it and then we'll sing it?
Just get repeated.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, taste and see. Oh, taste and see. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, taste and see. Oh, taste and see. Anybody want to have a comment about this?
I like that the first 3 measures between both of the lines are repeating. I think that makes it really easy to grasp, and ending it differently makes it feel like more than just repeating the same 4 bars over and over again.
Right. And one thing I notice about this too is that there's some additional repetition. So it's not just, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good, period. But then it's, oh, taste and see. Oh, taste and see. So it just kind of expands on it a bit. Yes?
I really like measure 4 because it's not as predictable. Just that up and then the skip down just really makes us want to keep going.
Uh-huh. It's like, what is coming next? Yeah. So who was it we were talking about canons? Yeah, actually, I wondered if this might be able to be sung in canon. I don't know. Should we try it? Let's try it. At least it'll work with the first 2 measures. I don't know going on from that. So let's see. How about if we split, you all are group 1 and you all are group 2, and it's going to be by the measure. So group 1, you're going to start. That kind of works. That does. Wait, let me have the microphone. Who wants to talk about that?
Can we try it at 2 measures instead of 1?
Oh, of course we can. Keep the microphone. Oh my gosh, I was teaching the church music elective this summer for Lutheran Summer Music. These kids are all about canons. They wanted to try an 8-part canon. Okay, so we can easily do this. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, same groups. Stand, see that the Lord is good. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Oh, taste and see. Oh, taste and see. Yeah, it had one kind of crunchy spot,
That was my favorite.
but yeah. Well, that was fun. Any more comments about this one?
Why that key? Why did you pick that key?
Oh, let's have the mic. The question is, why did you choose that key?
I just love that key. It could be in D major, but I think there's a warmth to it. And I just envisioned it during communion. You know, maybe there would be a cantor doing some other verses, but then the congregation would know this and just keep singing. I just like, I think the key is warm. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Who does think that there are different feels for different keys, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's keep going here. I want to make sure we... Are you all sitting there nervous? Is it going to be me next? Sylvia. Oh, that's right. Okay. So we have Alleluia, Jesus Christ, living bread, feed us with your word. Alleluia. All right. Here we go. Let me play this first. One, two, here we go. All right. Things that you noticed.
The opening interval is a familiar interval for people to sing. And
Up a fourth?
Yep, up a fourth. That can, I think it is anyway. I think it'll, and then the going down the scale. That's predictable from other things that we've heard. So you start out with success and end with success.
What else? Yeah.
I just think that the Alleluia and the feed us with your word, it reminds me of church bells, which I think is really awesome.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, how about the... Great. This is my life. My mother's at the pulmonologist today. Jesus Christ, living bread. That rhythm works really well, I think, to introduce eighth notes on Jesus Christ, living bread.
Could we try the second line and make it feed us, and make the with and the you're the eighth notes and the feed us quarter notes? I'm just curious. Feed us
with your word. You know, I wondered about that too. That it feels a little bit like we land on with. Feed us with, yeah, instead of, yeah. So feed us with your word, and then word takes on added stress coming into it from those eighth notes.
I was noticing that too, but my solution was to put the bar line before word. So it's one, feed us with your word, alleluia, which makes
So would you put a rest on the downbeat?
I think it would be bread would be the downbeat. So Jesus Christ, living bread would be 2, 3, 4, 1. Feed us with your word would again be 2, 3, 4, 1. That's how I'm hearing it. But Alleluia, definitely the downbeat. Like you want on beat 1. So somehow we'd have to get to Jesus Christ starting on beat 2. I don't know I haven't thought that far.
Uh-huh. Hold that thought. Do you mind, first of all, do you mind if we're tinkering with your piece? Okay, so, yeah. First of all, let's try it with the initial suggestion of changing feed us to quarter with your love. So, feed us with your word. Yeah, okay, so from the beginning. Hallelujah, Jesus Christ, living bread. Feed us with your word. Hallelujah. Composer, what do you think of this?
I heard, feed us with your word.
Feed us.
But neither would bird.
Or you could come down the scale. And then, yeah. Okay, let's try feed us with your word. Feed us with your word. Hallelujah. Okay, now let's try shifting it by a beat so that bread and word become the downbeat. But what do we do then with the first measure?
We don't know.
Hallelujah. Rest. Jesus Christ, living bread. Feed us with your word. I think we're adding a measure then somehow. But I kind of like the rest on. We're turning your piece into a piece. But this is actually kind of a fun thing to do. If you aren't so committed to the first thing you do, I mean, composing does. You have to be willing to just jettison things. Something that maybe you sit down and you think, oh, this is the best thing ever. I always let it sit and come back. And maybe the next day I think, oh, this is nice. Or maybe I think, what was I thinking? Let's start fresh. Yeah, so you just have to be willing to kind of play around with things. Well, shall we move on? Thank you. That was fun. Okay. Who would like to? Okay. God of mercy, hear our prayer. God of love, we trust in you. All right, I will play it. Here we go. God of mercy, hear our prayer. God of love, we trust in you. Again, and God of mercy, hear our prayer. And God of love, we trust in you. Was I playing that right, or is love meant to be a B flat?
No, you're correct.
It's a C? Yeah, okay. Okay. Would you like to say anything about this before we?
I'm having second thoughts now that I'm actually hearing it, aside from in my head, that perhaps the word here needs to be different.
And why?
It wasn't instinctive to go to the D.
I think I would agree with that. I think it might be a little hard for a congregation, which isn't meant to say you couldn't still choose to do
But
that.
an F might be more workable.
Should we try it with the F? So with the F, it would sound like this. Let's try that. God of mercy, hear our prayer. Keep going. God of love, we trust in you. Okay, let's see if I can mark this up. Oh, I'm not in my own program. Okay, other things, other noticings.
I like the repetition in the phrasing and the form.
The rhythm.
The rhythm.
Yes, yeah, the repetition of the rhythm. Mm-hmm.
So I like how throughout the majority of it, it's all stepwise, except for in the hero prayer. I think if that was just stepwise down, that might actually. Like every
So
time
you
it's
like
just-
the D
so
on here.
No. So I would have preferred a G, F, and E in that one section heading down.
You want it to be stepwise, scale-wise?
Stepwise, scale-wise.
Mercy, hear our prayer. That's what you're saying? Yes?
I have always been cautious with the text, especially with the word mercy because of the American R. And especially part of the country where I come from, God of mercy, prayer. But if you can get around that, it's nice.
I like how the contour is the same, but then it goes up the second. Like, so it goes to B flat, and then it does the same pattern, but it goes to C. That was really, really nice.
Yeah. So let's talk about that first B flat, which I think, wait a minute, whose piece is this? Yours, yeah, which I think is so unexpected. You think it's gonna go, God of mercy, right, F, G, A, and what it is God of mercy, which I think is really cool. It's, you don't expect to have a jump there. And the second one, God of love, does do the more predictable up. But once again, here we are in love with the highest note of the piece. Yeah. Okay, let's keep. I don't know how many are left. How many of you have not had your things sung yet? Oh, we better keep going fast. Okay. Yours? Okay. Wow, you did 3. Yeah? 20 minutes. We have a prolific composer amongst us. Which shall we start with? Okay. So. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Hear me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved. And again. Hear me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved. Okay. Would you like to say anything about these?
I just kind of read the text and
Just, yep.
yeah.
Okay. Comments?
I'd like to see the second system go to the A note. Then you can have a round, a canon.
Hear me, O
Save me.
Lord, and I shall be healed.
And I shall be saved. That should be going up a third there.
Oh, like starting on an A?
Yes.
Oh.
It's,
Save me and I shall be saved.
yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
You can see it.
Should we try it? Well, you know what? Now I'm conscious of wanting to get through more people's things. So let's leave it at that. I think the text stress and all is great, and the repetition. Let's do taste and see. And taste and see that the Lord is good. Again. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Okay, thoughts about this?
Taste, Lord, good.
Uh-huh. All the important words are the long ones. And C is also on a downbeat. That could easily be a refrain during the psalm. Yeah. Nice. Okay, and the last one, now we're in minor. Again? Oh, well, actually, this is a good thing because, right, I think maybe this is pitched a little high for congregation, but it's lovely. Yeah. And I like that it's in minor. This is our first minor. Well, it's not our first minor. We did have a couple of other minors. Excellent. Any comments?
This could be a canon, right?
Well, shall we try it? I think it really could be. But at the two measures, can we keep our same groups? Okay, so group 1. It's a little weak, I think, with the fifths and the fifths, but it would be workable. Nice. Thank you. Who would like to own this one? Yours? Okay. Anything you want to say about it?
Oh, the ostinato begins the song and then into the verse, and then, no, sing the verse, then the ostinato, then both together.
Okay. So the verse is on the top.
Right.
Okay, so we do that, and then we do the ostinato. Oh, so the ostinato is to just taste and see. So this is underlying everything. Okay, can we have you half be the ostinato? Taste and see. And now add the verse. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Taste and see. Taste and see. Taste and see. Taste and see. Kind of makes me want to end it back on the tonic.
I just see that from the second measure up to from the D to the B is kind of a push, a bit of a challenge maybe. I would change that to B.
The jump of a sixth on that the Lord. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What if you just step up from the F sharp to the B?
So make it a scale, basically. Good. I like this concept of the ostinato, to have one group doing something that's just repeated, and then to have a melody over the top. That's
I can see organ instruments too.
oh yeah. Or hand chimes, bum. And using instruments like that is a great way to involve people who don't think they're singers. Or, you know, kids, especially when boys' voices are changing and all of a sudden they don't want to do too much to draw attention to themselves vocally. If you can still involve them in another way.
Another thing I would do is take out the word and in the ostinato. Taste, see, taste, see.
I like it because it gives the beat, though.
What's that?
It gives the rhythmic feel. It gives that and one.
It does give it a little propulsion. Mm-hmm. All right, we are moving on. Who would like to own this one? Yours? Okay. Would you like to say anything about it?
Kind of the same answer that you gave on yours. I looked at the text and I said, oh, well, this sounds like. This is what it would be. The only thing, though, is that I changed the order of the words. So God of mercy, God of love, hear our prayer, we trust in you. So,
All right.
So giving
So-
a little bit of a different stressing there.
One, two, three. Again. Two, three.
The hour is supposed to be an F sharp. That might have just been a.
Oh. On Hear Our Prayer?
Yeah.
Okay, one more time from God of Mercy. God of mercy, God of love, hear our prayer, we trust in you. I like that. Yeah, that makes more sense vocally coming down. Any comments?
Are you a guitar player?
No, organist, trumpet. Well, I play tuba, so I played a lot of bass line.
I like that bass line.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm thinking always melodically and bass line. I don't care what's in the middle, but I always have to keep both of those in mind with just what I'm used to playing.
Okay, I'm known that we have 3 minutes left. How many do we have? Yeah, okay. Okay, whose is this? Okay. Would you like to say anything?
I'd just like to apologize for my handwriting. Other than that, let's just get to it.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, taste and see. Oh, taste and see. The Lord is good. The Lord is good. Oh, taste and see. The Lord is good. That's lovely. Thank you. What would you like about it, or what is helpful about this?
It resolves very nicely. He's going through the rhythmic, and he's going through it rhythmically that way, and then at the end, yes, that's the way it is. The Lord is good. That's what it seems to be. I like that.
And rhythmically also, we have this long note on C, C. Oh, taste and see. Oh, taste and see. That's very invitational. Yeah.
Good, good, good.
Uh-huh.
See?
Good. The Lord is good. Other comments? I like the arc of the melody. So it's we get to an F, and then we get to a G, and then we get to a C, and then it goes all the way down to a D. And then we end on an F. That's just lovely shaping. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Now, whose is this? Yeah? Would you like to say something about it?
Watch out for the D flat at the end. I am
Okay.
currently in a modal kick, and this is the mode that I love. We don't sing enough sad stuff in church.
Oh, here we go. Heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved. Again.
Wow.
Heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved. Very interesting. That's nice. It reminds me of that flat 5 we had on the Kyrie. What else did you notice about this?
It's memorable for the D flat. You know,
It is.
we can have very predictable and lovely, but this is memorable.
And the rhythm repeats itself from heal me, oh Lord, and I shall, but it's different. It's a C this time. And then save me. So here we are, save me. And then we are falling down the cliff. And I shall be saved.
But to me, it makes me feel like being saved is negative.
Well, maybe we're not sure it's going to be a yes yet.
I shall be saved. It'll go higher maybe?
Well,
I don't know.
this is the discretion of the composer.
I did play with ending on the E flat instead.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
But to me, this also says the plea, the plea of save me, like you, all of the energy you have to pray this prayer, save me and I shall be, that this is what I'm waiting for. So I think you could do it, It's all in the interpretation. Oh, lovely, thank you. Next. Let me just see how many more. Oh, my word. Okay, 3. Okay. Who owns this one?
this was me too.
Okay. So 1, 2. And then the verse. Jesus. So from the Alleluia, 1, 2. And the verse, Jesus Christ, living bread, feed us with your word. And repeat the Alleluia. Alleluia, Alleluia. Comments? I'm afraid we don't have time for a lot more comments. But it's saying well, and your Alleluia was repeated, and I notice you put in the breath mark, so we know exactly when we're going to stop this, which is great. Okay, whose is this one? All right. Okay. Oh, is it the first note a G or an F? It's a G. Okay. Here we go. And the second version is in F major. Is that what you meant? It's a different feel to come down on that. Yeah. Comments? The repetition of the rhythm, again, which we've seen, is helpful for singing. Trust. I'm sorry that we have to go so quickly on these last ones. Who is this last one? Yes, okay. Here we go, and God of mercy, hear our prayer. God of love, we trust in you. Okay, God of mercy, and then we also have God of love. You're all picking up on this repetition of rhythm, which is helpful. And the last one, oh, and this has harmony. Here we go. Taste and see that the Lord is good. And I'll add an F on the end. We are over time, so thank you all. This was really fun for me. I hope it was fun for you to get to share these things. If you're interested, tomorrow's session will run pretty much the same way, but it's on creating descants for voice or instrument instead of working with, so you'll be given a hymn tune to start with, so it's not coming up with the hymn tune on your own. All right, well, thanks. Worship is at 4, so we all need to get on a hurry. No relation.
No, but I got them.
Are there any galaxies and anything that